All right, let's talk about something I'm pretty sure we've all been through. You have this big, exciting idea, you're just buzzing about it, and you share it with someone, only to have them completely deflate you with one simple question. Well, today we're going to get right into that feeling. We're going to break down the difference between someone who's genuinely trying to help you and someone who, well, might be subtly sabotaging your success.
Oh, you know this moment. I mean, you can probably feel it right now. You are on top of the world. Maybe it's a new job, a cool business idea, or some amazing creative project you're finally starting. You share it, expecting a high five, and instead, you get this single loaded question that just hangs in the air, and boom, just like that. You can literally feel the air go out of the room, right? Your confidence, which was just soaring, suddenly feels, well, fragile. That awesome, shiny idea now feels a little dumb, maybe a little too risky. It's a total gut punch, and it happens in a split second.
But here's the thing we got to understand. Not all questions like this are created equal, not by a long shot. Some come from a real place of love and support, while others, they don't. So we're going to give this feeling a name. We're going to learn how to tell the difference between what's called a doubt bomb and what is actual real support.
So what are we really talking about here? On one side, you've got doubt planting. Think of it as a subtle form of sabotage. And on the other, you have genuine concern, which is a true, authentic act of support. They can sound almost identical on the surface, but believe me, their intention and their impact are worlds apart.
So let's break this down. Doubt planting is when someone drops what our source material calls a doubt bomb. It looks like an innocent little question, but its real purpose is to stop your momentum, to halt your growth. And let's be clear about the motivation here. A lot of the time, it comes from a place of jealousy. They see you moving forward and it makes them feel insecure.
Now, on the flip side, genuine concern is all about wanting you to win. It's the kind of support that challenges you, sure, but it does it to make your plans stronger, to help you spot any blind spots you might have missed. The whole point is to make your idea even better. It's designed to build you up, never to tear you down.
Okay, so let's get into the practical stuff, because this is where the rubber meets the road. How do you actually tell these two apart in a real conversation? It really just comes down to a few key things: their motivation, their focus, and the kind of language they use.
This right here, this slide is your secret weapon. It's the litmus test. First, look at the motivation. Is this person secretly afraid of your success, or do they genuinely want to see you thrive? Next, check out their focus. A doubt planter will zoom in on all the problems, all the risks, everything that could go wrong. But a real supporter, they'll help you brainstorm solutions and improvements. And the language? That's a dead giveaway. Doubt planting sounds vague, critical, undermining. Genuine concern sounds specific, constructive, and clarifying. But you know, the most important test of all is the emotional impact. How do you feel after talking to them? Do you feel drained and insecure? Or do you feel empowered and like you have more clarity? Your gut knows the difference.
So you might be thinking, okay, but why is this so important? It's not just about her feelings. Being able to tell the difference here has a massive impact on your ability to actually follow through on your goals and chase down your ambitions.
You wouldn't believe the power of one single doubt bomb. It can completely derail an entire project before it even gets off the ground. That tiny little seed of insecurity can grow into a huge forest of inaction. It's one of the biggest and most invisible obstacles to our own growth.
And it's like a domino effect, right? Here's how it happens. First, the doubt gets planted. Then, your own confidence starts to wobble. You start second-guessing yourself. That uncertainty, it leads to hesitation, which then leads to just stopping. And before you know it, that brilliant idea is just gone, abandoned, and all of its potential is lost. So, how do we fight back? How do we protect ourselves and our ideas? How do we build like a force field around our ambitions so they actually have a fighting chance to grow? Well, it really all comes down to being super intentional about whose feedback we let in. Here are a few things you can do. First, just get good at recognizing the source. Use that checklist we talked about. Is this person a doubt planter or a real supporter? Second, you can acknowledge what they said without actually absorbing the negativity. A simple, "Thanks, I'll think about that," can work wonders. Third, and this is so important, you have to actively go seek feedback from people who you know have your back. You have to curate your inner circle. And finally, you've got to trust your own vision. Remember that initial spark of excitement you felt? Hold on to that. It was there for a reason.
When you think about it, your mind is kind of like a garden, and people are constantly trying to plant seeds in it, seeds of doubt or seeds of encouragement.
So I guess the question I want to leave you with is this. As you go forward with all of your amazing ideas, whose seeds are you going to water?